Pillowtalkz. I'm your host, Erin Duff, and today is the first episode. Welcome! Welcome! If you're watching this on YouTube, hello, you can see me right now. And you can see, you can actually see a lot, actually. Behind me, we have not even all of my BTS posters, and then to my right, yeah. Is that to your left? No, that would be your right as well. Is my Jujutsu Kaisen posters with a snippet of Satoru Gojo. Anyway, welcome to the podcast. I picked the name Pillowtalkz for this. Pillowtalkz with a Z, not a Z, with a Z. And today is just going to be a quick introduction on a tutorial that I'm about to learn on how to be a good podcaster. So I have my laptop up here. So how to be a good podcast. Okay, so we're going to ignore that I was looking up how to screen record my tabs, but let's look this up. How to be a good podcast host. Okay. How to be a good podcast host, 7 steps to keep them coming back. Guys, I'm going to be so serious right now. I spent the past, I think, 35 minutes setting up for this podcast, and I think I got not even 5 minutes in and my mother called me. So, and it's great because I filmed this on my phone, so when she calls me, that cut off my video. I don't even remember what we were talking about, but yeah, this is just welcome to the podcast, where I actually don't know, I just needed to do an introduction video. This is a project that I'm doing for college. I'm in a course called Cinematic Arts, and my idea for this podcast is to do 2 series, where one series I talk about different topics every week and I try and to appeal to different audiences. And the other one is a continuous series where I'll have guests on called Would You Survive ... And that's the idea. And I have like my friends come on and they're gonna like discuss would you survive, and kind of debate back and forth depending on who the person is and if they agree or disagree with us. That's the idea. I didn't really have much for this podcast, but you know, we'll look up, we'll for curiosity reasons, we'll look up what to talk about. What to talk about on, oh, I'm typing with one hand, on your first podcast. Oh, what to say in your first podcast? The podcast space. Let's see what they say. Okay, include your name. I have that down. Include personal information that provides some background. Okay. I don't think you really need to know my background. Mention what inspired you to start. I told you guys that. Talk about the release schedule. I mean, I'd hope I'd post every week, but you know, I'm not very consistent. So the idea is that I'd post at least like the one-on-one videos with just me every Wednesday. So that's the idea. That's the hope. Explain the podcast structure. I told you guys about that. I don't know how to hold this mic as well. Like I feel like I need to like have like a big mic, but like we have a little tiny one. Say goodbye. Okay, guys. It was really nice having you guys on here. It's actually really warm in my room. I'm sweating. I don't know if I'm sweating from nerves or like my window is like wet from condensation. So it could just be really, really warm in my room because I have the heating on. Because there's a storm coming tonight, guys. Did you guys know about that? There's a storm. They're saying, Met Aaron is saying it's the biggest one they've ever seen. I don't think we even believe them because those bitches be lying all the fucking time. I think it's like a red warning everywhere. Let's see. Actually, no, let's not look that up. That's so boring. That's so boring to talk about. Actually. Anyway, is that it? Is that is that all they do? Is that all I have to do? Intro to music or jingle? Every time I hear the word jingle, I just think of Jingle Jangle from Riverdale. If you know, you know. Do you know what actually the reason why I came on and was like, right, I feel like I could like talk about something is because I saw a TikTok where this girl was like, what did she say? She was like, I've never once seen a man put themselves forward in a group project, yet they're supposed to be the leaders of the world. Correct. It's true. I don't think I'm trying to think. I think I've been in groups with boys before in my college. Not once has any of them put their foot forward. It's like probably the best people in my class are the girls, are the women in the sense of like projects. Maybe I'm lying. I'm not including myself in that. Take me out of that. True. Put me in it. False. You know what I mean? But yeah, I saw that. That was like that's so true. Even in all like I have a friend in class that's a guy, and he was in a group with guys, and it's like none of them did anything. Like none of them tried. None of them even was like a team player at all. They're hoping that someone else like this. Also, the idea of like I had this conversation with my boyfriend Daniel where I was like, a lot of the time in girl groups there isn't like a unspoken leader. I feel like if you're in a girl group, a girlfriend group where so one person kind of leads the group, but not even like leader type vibe, hashtag K-pop. It's like one person's like opinion or like presence is needed the most, or listened to the most, their opinion. Why is the sun suddenly attacking me right now? Can we not? I can't even fix that. That's just permanent. Okay. It's not even like a nice glow. It's just making me really white. I looked at it and now I can't really see. Can I hold anything up? No. It's getting worse. For anyone that's just listening to this. Oh my god. Like I'm telling you, okay, imagine like Killian Murphy blue eyes. That's what I'm giving right now if you're only listening to this podcast. There's nothing I can do. We're just gonna have to wait until a cloud passes by. Half of my face is gone. Can I sit back and escape? Let me push myself back. Okay, you guys just join me back here. Okay, we're gonna go back. Okay, welcome. I've just moved back. We're now closer to BTS. What was I saying? Yeah, so if you're in a friend group where there seems to be a leader, that's not good. That I've never enjoyed being in a girlfriend group where there's been one girl that is like leading. Um, Men need that. Men crave that. They need a leader. If you like, if there is that one mother guy that there is the actually have I cursed since I started this? I don't think I have. Oh my god, I'm literally white. Like, what is going on right now? Maybe I should like pull down my blind for anyone that's still listening, guys. It's just too bright. How is that? Is that better? That's better. Okay. Um. Yeah. So, guys, we're not having a fun time. Am I meant to not do podcasts? First, my mother calls me. Next, my storage runs out. Like, I just feel. Anyway, what was I talking about? Right. Yeah. I never grew up with boys, so I'm not that well versed. Like I went to an all girl primary school. I went to an all girl secondary school. The first time I've ever been in a class with the boys is college. So I didn't really have guy friends growing up, and I actually resented them if they were ever near me. How I have a boyfriend is beyond me because I actually am disgusted by them like all the time. But from the experience that I've had where I've been near guy groups, is there is a leader. There is someone that there's an unspoken listening. There's an unspoken rule where it's like what he says goes. And I feel like, what was my point? Why did I start talking about this? Yeah, they need a leader. So it's like in a group of guys, who is gonna have the bigger balls? Who's gonna step up? You know what I mean? Who's gonna lead this group? And then I also thought, right? So they don't lead in a group project in college, but they'll most definitely take all the credit. I know my friend Sophie did a project, a movie with one guy last year, and she did everything. Like I was in a group of 3 people where all 3 of us had to like film, edit, produce. Like we all had like our roles assigned. Sophie did everything. Sophie did everything in that film. She produced, she edited, she filmed, she like Miss Girl did everything. Miss Guy, Miss Boy rocked up on the day and was like, "That's my movie. That's me." And then got credit for it because his name was slapped on the film. So yeah, that was actually what sparked the idea of why I wanted to talk on a podcast. Was my hatred for men. Don't look in the background of my screen. If you're going, Aaron, you hate men, why is BTS covering your wall? Don't ask questions, please. If you have a question, please leave it at the end of the video. I have a PO box that doesn't exist, but you can send all your questions there and I will never see them. So yeah, I think that's everything. Uh if you guys are super loving this, share it, whatever. The whole point is of this project is to get on the algorithm. Oh, my mother just texted me that I want something for lunch. Yes, I do. And on that note, that's a great. Oh my god, I can type here. Yes, please. What? Ooh, what you thinking? What you thinking? Anyway, the whole point of this project is to try and get on people's algorithm depending on what I'm talking about. So if you enjoyed it, share it, like it, repost it, subscribe to it. And yeah, that's all I have to say. Thank you for listening to this broken up podcast. I'm going to go edit it now.